Came home, well, I came downstairs to find this narcissistic note. Look at just read this. The tone, especially the bottom, like I was like, this reads super fucking entitled. And then the bottom part, I don't go in there, so I can't do it. Like that is so fucking passive aggressive because she goes in there pretty consistently to like be passive aggressive. She'll throw things that she wants us to find to annoy us into the bathroom, like into the shower. So, and we call her out on it, especially my brother. So this is just like a shot at that. Like this is just like fucking gaslighting, literally like handwritten gaslighting. Absolutely fucking pathetic. Her cousin and her can go fuck themselves. Wish y'all could fucking smell it. Well, actually, I'm glad you can't. But like, it smells like constant body odor because they don't shower. The two that live like as roommates next to my room. So the entire upstairs, and actually even downstairs. Like it doesn't matter that I have the windows open. It's unbearable. It really is. Like thankfully I have two doors. Like I'll show you. Like I have the laundry room in here. Like yeah, I have to deal with like people doing laundry in my room, but at least it doesn't smell like they're fucking like filth. They literally don't shower. Not really sure where any of them are lurking, but the assumption is that they could come home and just start abusing me at any moment. So I'm kind of relishing in the fact that they're not here right now, at least for now. So I'm taking the trash out and like doing like all the chores that they, never fucking do. So, I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous. So, it's the 7th of April. That's not the ridiculous part. The ridiculous part is that my freaking jaw hurts, dude. Like, I know, laugh it up, but like, I sprained my jaw, and it's in the stupidest way possible. I've never, maybe once or twice in my life before I've had this happen, I think, but I think, I can't even remember the last time this happened, and it was literally from eating a bagel. Believe it or not. I took one bite, and just, my jaw was maybe a little out of place, or like, I forced it, and it kind of like, something happened where it's sprained, and like you can't see it because I've looked, but when I rub it, it definitely is swollen. Like the whole thing is inflamed, and like every time I like open my jaw or like move it like a little bit left to right, because your jaw is supposed to have like a little bit of mobility, but like it just fucking hurts, and like I've been trying to eat and like just really struggling, and it sucks, dude. So yeah, laugh it up. It's a dick sucking joke. I don't suck dicks. Yes, like I think if I had been raised by her, I probably could have ended up like my father. But it is what it is, and I try to just keep the generational bond going because like I'm an adult now, and like it's funny because like she still kind of like most people in my family conceives of me as a child, and like I get it because like I'm autistic and I live at home. But it's funny, she's like, I don't think you're autistic. Like you're not fucking qualified, lady. Like shut up. Of course I'm autistic. Like it's like my number one trait. But I love her, and like she's like, oh, no one wants to work like that. You've been watching some fucking Fox News. Like, shut the fuck up. She's definitely not a Fox voter. She's definitely not like a Trump card or anything like that. Like, she's literally just like a quintessential New York Jew. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining. We'll be back another time. This is my friend's hat. It's kind of lit. Down we go.
So much in the world. Oh, you're borrowing my hat.
Is it your hat?
Yeah.
I thought so. It looks the same.
It's cute. Hi.
Hi, Sarah. It's not good. Wait, put that back down.
I look like I'm going through a pastel goth phase.
Nah. Nope.
Oh god.
I agree. I don't feel like Elena is who she says she is. I have those same feelings. Message. The pros for Elena are that she doesn't know how to talk to people. However, I would say that her cons, from my perspective, are that she talks about appearance a lot. Being pretty, modeling, etc.
Is begging for more. The cunning and cruel bastard of Bolson was more than happy to oblige.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Can I take a picture and send it to my group?
Oh my god, of course.
You're gonna love that.
Yeah.
There's one of them, and then where'd that other one go?
He went up in the tree. The downy went up in the tree. The red-bellied woodpecker is in front of us.
That's a red-bellied?
Yes,
But it doesn't have a red belly, it has a red head.
I know. But they're called red-bellied woodpeckers.
The other one's like up there. Oh, snap. I anticipated that one's movements.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. It's
April 8th.
today is Saturday, April 8th, 2023, and I'm going to read from this book, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, and I'm not going to tell you what page. Okay, I'll tell you what page. It's page 308, The Search for the Motive. I called LAPD and told them to find Shahrokh Hatami. Lieutenant Helder contacted a friend of Colonel Tate's, who in turn located Hatami. I interviewed him. What is this? Like, what's it?
Colonel. Colonel. When it says colonel, it's colonel.
Oh, I see. This isn't his autobiography.
No.
Oh, I'm less interested now. I don't care about this.
What is it?
It's just like the true story, but like.
Ah, I see.
Clem recalled accompanying Linda, Leslie, Sadie, Tex, and Katie one night in the car. He claimed that Linda had given them all LSD first, and he insisted that Manson was not along, but he was very careful not to say that this was the night of the La Bianca murders, to avoid implicating himself. Many of his responses were almost exact quotations from Manson. For example, when I asked him, "When did you join the family, Clem?" he replied, "When I was born of white skin." I also asked him, since it had been brought out on the direct examination about his arrest in the Barca raid, what had he been charged with, I inquired. Answer, I was arrested on the breach of promise. Question, breach of promise? Some girl made you a promise to, Clem, or what? It was a promise to return a truck on a certain date. This is so boring. Do you want to go back to listening to the thing?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. This is boring as fuck. Damn, there's like a whole fucking book. It's called Helter Skelter. It's the true story of some racist white people. Today is, what's the day? April 8th, 9th?
Yes.
So today is April 8th, 2023. And I'm not really going to film anything more today than this, but we are at Albany's Rural Cemetery. But I just want to film the buds.
Oh, they're very cute.
Yeah, because very, very soon these are going to be like full-fledged flowers, and they're pretty nice. They're pink, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. I think this is a magnolia, but it may be a dogwood. I'll have to look up which one's which, because there's only two types of flowering trees besides the tulip tree here. And I'm not very good at trees. Does it smell?
Yeah, I think it's a magnolia. By scent.
I don't smell it. I don't want to molest it. But yeah, we'll have to keep watching. The next week, these will definitely be blooming.
Oh, there's one that's already almost bloomed.
Yeah, almost.
Right there.
Alright, off we go. We probably won't really film anything more today because I really don't want to do that. Oh man, they are really trying to keep people out this year.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they got a road closed to public sign.
Ah.
And then they actually have like another new working padlock.
I see. It's
Not
just a meme.
No, it's not a meme anymore.
Wow.
It's been a meme for years. But then people like me. Still April 8th. Obviously this thing is struggling. So you can't really see it because of the sun, but oh, there it is. Yeah, another giant tree where all the space is fell. They really need to plant new trees here, or there's going to be no trees left within 10 years.
Within 10 years, you think?
Yeah, 10 years. I think a lot of these trees are the exact same age, and I think that they have lived far beyond their exceeded lifespan already. And I think that most of them are rotted and on landslides. So I think if in 10 years they don't plant, I think if they don't plant trees now, in 10 years there won't be any big trees. And the big trees that there are, even if those go for 20 years, there'll be nothing to replace them when they fall. So definitely in 20 years, like trees don't live, they just don't live that long.
That was the funniest.
Yeah. So still the same day. 8th of April, and today we have Vinca. That's what this flower is. This is Vinca. And if you'd like to sponsor this show, you can buy me a new phone because this fucking piece of shit, no matter what I do, it just will not fucking focus. It won't fucking focus. And nothing I do makes it work. Okay, so this is Vinca. And Vinca is a very invasive, aggressive plant, but it's beautiful. And it has a nice color. For scale, this is my hand. And it's the 8th of April. And this is where we are in this little valley. And it has colonized most of this entire area. So in a couple weeks, maybe a week or two, this whole area is going to be covered in those types of flowers. Pretty beautiful. But yeah, it does tend to colonize out to other plants. So it is considered an invasive, and I would actually even go so far as to say it's a weed, and it should probably be pulled, especially if you're going for nativist gardens. It definitely will not fit in because it's not native. Wow. Look how beautiful. Today we're going to cross over, and the early saxifrage is probably still too early, but we did see some coltsfoot. I didn't film it because, like, I don't really want to edit, to be honest, and there's not enough flowers to make a full episode out of it. Ooh. Alright, we'll be back again soon. Thanks for joining. Alright, today is April 8th, 2023, and we're here live at Albany's Rural Cemetery. I'm here with the little Shinigami.
Hi.
And they're going to start talking about their experience in high school.
Yeah.
And we had an episode on this before, but they want to talk about it, so please talk about it.
I had a really interesting experience. Like, it was kind of unique because I was, like a public school kid, and then I got a scholarship that covered like 80% of the tuition so I could go to school. And it's like a private school in my area. I won't say the name because I don't want to antagonize them. And they, like, that's deliberate because they have come after people, actually.
They could try to come after me, but I'm way too powerful.
But anyways.
With my
like,
16 viewers.
So, like, my high school experience was, like, peak woke years. So, like, they were, like, trying to facilitate discussion, neoliberalist discussion about, like, yes, the system is broken, good for you. It's very feminism, girl boss, wokester of you. And they would, like, facilitate, like, all these discussions
How
about,
very
like,
justified.
about, like, race and queerness and, like, feminism and all these things. But when we actually wanted to, like, protest about it and, like, talk about it at school, we had to, like, get approval, first of all, from the administration to hold a protest, which was fucking wild. But, like, we had to do that or else,
What
like,
was the constraints of the protest? Not what was it about? Like what did they tell you? Like, okay, you can
So,
do
like,
it in the hallway.
All right. So, like, let me tell you about this bizarre event. It was, like, my senior year, and it was, like,
What year approximately is this?
This is either 2017 or 2018. I think it was
This
spring,
is
so it was
This
2018.
is private single
Private.
sex.
Yeah, this is the private single-sex high school,
Private
Western
single-
Massachusetts.
Okay.
So, like, so there were, like, a bunch of, people being murdered, specifically. I think maybe
Oh my God.
that was around when Sandra Bland got killed. And I can't remember who else, but, like, a bunch of people were, like, getting killed by the police because police brutality was happening, as it always is, because we live in the U.S.
The biggest change that I observed from my perspective on it was body cams became hyper normalized,
Yeah.
and it no longer became possible for them to hide the fact that they were
Yeah.
shooting these kids in cold blood.
Yeah. So people wanted to, like, protest on the streets about it, and just, like, raise awareness about it because that's what wokester high school kids do.
Wokester high school kids.
So there ended up being, like, a 20 email long, like, email chain about it if you wanted to join the protest. Of course, like, I think almost the whole student body did, and then you had to buy a shirt.
Oh my
about
God,
it.
they made it a pyramid scheme.
Yes. Yes,
Bro,
you,
that's so fucked up.
I can't remember if you had to buy it yourself or like they gave it to you, but you had to wear an orange shirt. BLM protest like 2018 on it. I did not buy one of those shirts because I thought that
What
was
did
like
it
the
say?
most.
Is that the name of the school? I'll cut it out if it is.
Yeah,
That's fine.
is
That's
the name
just,
of the school.
just
Yeah.
as a note to my editor self in the future.
Thank you.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, like it had like the name of my high school, BLM 2018.
That's really
And-
problematic.
Yeah, and I did not fucking buy one of them because I was just like, that's the most performative justice thing I've ever seen. I'm not doing that. I'm going to wear my leather jacket and protest like I usually do. So like, yeah, like all of us, we were like on the side of like the road where the high school is located, and we were like waving at the cars with our little signs.
Good for you.
And then people got up on like the bench, which was basically like a literal soapbox. They got up on the bench in front of the school and like talked about how people were getting murdered and how we should like talk about it and raise more awareness about it. And that was all fine and cool, but like that was like the craziest thing. That was like it had to be school sanctioned. There was an all-school meeting about it. Basically, participation was mandatory, but they weren't gonna say that, but it kind of was.
The school itself made you do performative wokeness?
Kind of, yeah.
Now, is that, do you think, to subvert the efforts of true, like, communism? Or...
Oh, Sarah, they did not know shit about like communism, Marxism, anything like that. This
Who,
was
the
just,
administration?
No, the students.
Oh, no, of course not. No, the question is whether or not that it's sanctioned by the school in order to image craft, in order to co-opt a movement
Oh, it's definitely
to subvert their own
yes.
expectations
I
to
don't
keep
think
from
it
getting out of
was
hand.
Completely like that, but yes, it was definitely co-opted by the school to specifically like advertise to the community and prospective students to be like, see, we're so progressive. We are so progressive.
We're on your
because we're having
side.
this
Stop
protest."
protesting us.
Meanwhile, they're charging like $50,000 in tuition.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot.
Probably like 60 now. I don't know. I don't know what it is for a day student because when I started going, it was like $25,000, which was a fuck ton of money. But like we were able to get it down to like 5,000 with the scholarship. But
The Del Side Trail.
wanna go on it?
No.
All right. But yeah, like now I think that's like doubled in price, and I did not graduate from there that long ago. So like that's wild to me. But yeah, it was stuff like that where they would like bring in stuff to educate the student body, and they would like, I don't know, there were like legitimate tensions at my school where the black students were like, we were legitimately being like profiled by the teachers, and they were and there was no need for it. They were just like playing their music a little bit louder.
So I'm not trying to doubt you or to muddy what the story. I'm curious whether they were held accountable for the discrimination or whether that was your perception of the discrimination.
No, they were not held accountable.
Because you said, so okay. So it wasn't like proven that they were discriminated. Because you said, and they were, but that's not like
no, I saw it happen actually this one time where like
yeah.
my friend, I can't remember like what their deal was, but like one of the deans saw them out of place during study hall because like I think they were coming back from using the bathroom. They were like, hey, stay in your seat during study hall. They were like, I can use the bathroom though, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I can't remember exactly what the deal was, but I remember that like this teacher was definitely a lot more aggressive about trying to get this person to stay in their seat.
Should we sit or walk?
We can walk.
Following you.
Yeah. Then they would have been. Then I had seen with like anyone else. Like, I hadn't seen this teacher go after anyone else like that. With doing that. And like.
So the assumption then is that it was a racist school, and the kids that were experiencing the racism were also saying racism.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think it was like all racism all the time. That's not how it is. But
Yeah.
it's more just like. This specific faculty definitely
There's
had
a bunch of
biases that were not that were not going to talk about out loud, but they were definitely going to profile about it.
These are religious or secular teachers? So,
Secular.
okay.
Secular. I
Like
don't
regardless
think-
of their internal self-beliefs.
Yeah, no, this is not like a religious school that I went
Gotcha.
to at all. The religion was basically girl bossism. Like they unironically showed BuzzFeed videos at morning meeting during the twice a week.
This is the teachers doing this?
Yes. It wasn't like regular teachers though, it was the administration where they were like, here's an educational thing that we could
So
have.
this is the actual propaganda that the school is
Yes.
pushing. But this is
Yes.
private school.
Private school, yes.
Very strange.
It was very strange, yeah. Yeah, like technically the school president and vice president ran morning meeting, and it was a twice weekly thing.
Super
you had to
creepy.
go on Monday and
super,
Friday.
Super
yeah,
creepy.
yeah, and you had to just like sit there for like
The
45
neoliberal
minutes.
agenda. I don't want to touch that.
I will touch it and throw it away.
You better throw it out if you even use
I'm
that.
not going to use it,
I saw you do some things today that made me re-question that.
Dave. I'm not going to use it. I swear.
All right.
But yeah, like, it definitely, like, the impact on me was, like, it definitely opened my mind to, like, what the left as a movement was. But it was a very neoliberal understanding of the left. It was, like, definitely a commodified propagandist version of, like, wokesterism, basically.
I never experienced woke, not for one day. It didn't
Yeah.
exist back when I was a kid.
No, it didn't.
And by the time I started hearing about woke, all the white men around me were like, yo, you know what I fucking hate? Fucking dumb sluts who fucking get on the internet and run their fucking mouth about me. And it's just every fucking day with her, you know? And I'm like, yeah, me and you haven't been friends since high school. I'd really prefer to just not listen. Thanks. Yeah.
They were trying to find like a fellow person with like similar opinions to bitch about too.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, don't you just think we should just be able to, like, Ted Bundy any whore we want? Like, that was the vibe.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, no, not really. So they were pretty. This was also before anti-woke was able to form.
Yeah.
Because woke formed before the counter movement, obviously.
Yes. I remember seeing the whole arc of it when I was in high school. Like I experienced like woke,
wokeness.
and then there was
And look how you turned out.
yeah.
This is the
And then
product
there
of
was
wokeness.
like anti-wokeness, and I like there weren't a whole lot of like anti-woke students at my school, mostly because there were no men.
Yeah.
Like there were definitely some people that later turned out to be trans guys, but very different indoctrination to be like.
Yeah, that's not even. Those are not
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like there were no like cis guys trying to rape us in the hallways.
That
Um,
you knew of. Some of them identify.
Well, you know, you make a good point because there was definitely a teacher who got fired for being like having a much too close relationship with a student.
That, depending
oh
on how old
God,
she
there-
was, is super hot.
She was like 17.
Pretty problematic.
Yeah, he was in his 50s.
Super not hot.
It was bad. Yes. Yeah.
40
oh,
and
there was
18,
also, like,
still hot.
There was also this proctor. I liked her. She was nice. She was a good person, honestly. Felt kind of bad, but like she slept with one of the security guards. Was seeing him like at the mall, like banging
on,
him
I
in the
can't-
closet.
I don't know if you could see them, but we turned around to go this way and we spooked all of nature. And there's probably like 30 or 40 deers going up this tree. Or not tree, hill. But yeah, there's like a bunch of them. See? Two right there, little tails.
I love their little tails.
But yeah, this is like the whole herd is here.
They're fluffy.
Half the herd already went all the ways up. They're looking at us like, uh-oh, what do we do? What do we do?
Aw,
They're like, oh, I guess nothing. Let's go back to eating.
aw. I like how they wrestle.
Look.
Aw. hills are so bright white.
They're like, oh man, we gotta go up the hill now. Oh, sorry guys. Aw.
I think these are yearlings.
Yeah, some of them definitely are probably yearlings.
Yeah.
Like they don't even know how good life's about to get.
Uh-huh. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah. Like how their little hooves crunch through. Yeah, they're deciding if they can go or not.
Across the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking towards it. See if we're gonna come at them.
Are they?
I think so. I really like the mourning doves.
Yeah, they are checking us out, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking right at us.
The doves are amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here with me.
I'm really happy to be here.
Aw. Ready?
Mhm.
I'm ready. So we're heading out. We're probably not gonna. Well, we're definitely not gonna record. But we've been getting booted off of YouTube for the last like 40 minutes with erotic fan fiction, but without the fan fiction. It's like OC. What is it called? Original content.
Yeah, OC.
Yeah, we've been making some content about like a freshman and the security guard. It's a pretty gay relationship. So we're gonna get back to that. Thanks for joining. I just wanted to record to say on record that the Shinigami 100% threw out that gross ass chapstick. They were not gonna use it. I was teasing them, but that wasn't really like a thing. I just don't want to make it seem like that's like an actual possibility. Like I was teasing them. Okay. We'll be back again next time. Thanks for joining. Bye. So it's April 8th and we're cooking stir fry. I'm listening to some nonsense in my headphones. My jaw is still hurting. Things are going well. I'm so scared that when the Shinigami is not here to be my chef that I'm gonna die and starve forever. Like a kitten outside. Also, I drank tequila and it was horrible.
I love it. It's great. I see why Asha likes tequila. They like tequila mezcal, and I love it.
Ah.